Happy New Year's, guys. It's January 2nd, 2017, and I'm sure you're all getting back to work or getting back to pursuing your dreams, and that's what I hope you're doing. I want to leave you with a handful of things that have really helped me over the years achieve the things that I never thought were possible before. And they really come down to changing yourself, changing you. You know, one of the great things about human beings is that we have the ability to change our behavior. Most animals don't do that, and if they do, it takes millions of years of evolution to accomplish these things. But humans can change the way we think and behave relatively quickly in the grand scheme of things. So this is really what it comes down to when you want to achieve your goals. And the thing that I find it really comes down to is your mindset. And I have identified two types of mindsets that dominate most people, at least in my experience. And that is thinking through scarcity and fear, which is the predominant narrative. It's the predominant thing that the media and institutions want to tell you. There's never enough to go around. You need to be worried about the next terrorist attack or whatever it is. To thinking abundantly and with love, in that there is plenty to go around, and the more that we create, the more abundance we create, and that stacks upon itself, and it becomes a law of attraction, which also goes through the scarcity mindset as well. You know, there's that old saying, misery loves company, and that if you're miserable, you will attract miserable people to your life, and then you will continuously be miserable. If you think through love and abundance, you will attract those type of people to your life, and you'll have more of that in your life. And so it's so important to get on that track. But it's not easy. It takes time. And there's three things that I did in my life to get towards that track of abundance and living with love. And the first thing was, and these aren't in any particular order, but they were the order that it sort of followed in my life. The first thing was getting rid of negative thoughts. And I when I grew up, and for most of my life, I was a the glass is half empty type person. And it took me a while to become aware of my negative thought patterns. And I made a video with books before, 5 different books. You can check that out up here. One of the books in there is called You Can't Afford the Luxury of a Negative Thought. And anyways, that book's all about changing your thought pattern and forcing you to change your thought patterns. It's waking up every morning and say, okay, I'm not going to think negative today, I'm going to think positive. And anytime I catch myself thinking negative, I'm going to flip it around. I'll think about something good. Think about your loved ones, or think about your spouse, or think about something that you're excited about. Whatever it is, just change your thought patterns. And just like anything else that humans do, we can get better through repetition. You know, if you want to learn to ride a bike better, just by doing it, you get better at it. So it's the same with your thought patterns. So that was the first, is getting rid of negative thoughts. The second was getting rid of negative habits. So things that you would do in your life that would perpetually get you back into those negative thought patterns. Sometimes health is really part of that. If you don't feel good and you're not eating healthy, your mind will have a tendency to go into places of negativity because you don't feel good, and so you're going to go there. So get rid of negative habits. Maybe that's quitting smoking, maybe that's quitting drugs, quitting drinking, you know, whatever those kind of negative things are for you, to quit those. And the third thing was, in my experience, was the most difficult, was getting rid of negative people. This is not easy to do, because sometimes that means stepping back from friends you've had for a long time, or, you know, stepping back a little bit from some family members. And it's not easy, and I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you what worked for me. Once I had a really tough year in 2014. I had a relationship that ended. My business was falling apart. I was in a partnership. I was really down in the dumps, and I didn't know how I was going to get back from it. But when I did a real clean house, an assessment of what was important to me in my life and what helped me and what didn't, I found that there were some people in my life that did not help. They were holding me back. And I had to do sort of a clean house. And when I did that, it was unbelievable, guys. It was like I was driving a car with the e-brake slightly on my entire life, and all of a sudden I realized, oh my God, the e-brake's off. I can fly now. And I made leaps and bounds in that year that would have taken somebody else years to accomplish. And I did it because I finally eliminated the last negative thing that was holding me back, and that was getting rid of those negative people. And that doesn't mean that you have to disown those people or never talk to them again. It just means that you have to take a step back and, you know, maybe check in with them at another time. But for now, you need to move forward. And if there's people holding you back, that is going to be the one thing that's going to stop you from reaching your goals. So those are the things that I did that really helped me. I'll leave that with you guys today. Hope you have a fantastic day. Happy New Year again, and good luck getting out there and crushing it. We'll talk to you soon.